Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got this down to the 35. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd at the 35-yard line.
Chance, Ringo, 48.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And Dwayne Allen on the grab. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Good routes here. Hey, high 7.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And this is hauled in by Matthews. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
That's good. Lions, first and 10.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
A give running right is Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Nick Chubb with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
A gain of 12.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Here's Hines. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Brissett to throw on first. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Gano the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
First. Hey, Echo.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 40's Mike.
Now Chubb running right. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And an alley to run. 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 7-yard line. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Gun.
Let's go right here.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try.
Check 31. 49. Check 49.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Brissett. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He's got a man, complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. To throw, Brissett. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Cousins. He goes full extension, and he's got it.
You got tight right there. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40. Two.
40's Mike. 40's the Mike.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Mike 40, check.
Throwing is Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is fielded at the 27. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Switch.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here the 32, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
I'm too strong. Too big for you.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Gun.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And he's got his man Hilton. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
No.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Two.
Slam. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. 40's the Mike. Get that quarter.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, zoom.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Gun.
Hey, Mike 40. Mike 40. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 26-yard attempt. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. A run for Nick Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Going on the ground with Madison. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
40 to high. 180.
Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down.
To high.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Cowboys.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And this one complete to Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. They go play action with Brissett. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Brissett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Watch twitch. Watch the 48. Check, 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 check.
And again, it's Chubb. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 4. We got 4.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Mike's 4.
Gun. Here we go, Will. Right side.
From the 40 now on second down. Cousins flush to his right, and that's incomplete.
Cousins on the keeper. Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up third down.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Here we go, here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Flag, flag. Check 4. Gun. Right side.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. To throw is Brissett. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll make this a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First down, Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught, Smith. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
On the ready. 2. Black 52.
They'll throw again. Brissett. Buying time to his left. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second and 10. At the 23-yard
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We're going Mike 40.
300.
I got him.
6. Gun.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins airs this out for Matthews. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. He was looking for Matthews that time. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Throwing again on second down. Brissett, and going deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here's Brissett. And they're going to get the two. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now Chubb. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down. Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Chubb. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Single, slot. Hey,
Brissett on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
A first down throw for Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Brissett again. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run. Chubb. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle. Loss of a yard.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Detroit, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.
You don't want problems, you don't want smoke. I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits.
Let's go, let's go. On the hop, fellas, on the hop. Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out there today. Gotta.
Set, 20.